Peter had always been cautious in the forest, but that day something felt different. As he scanned the horizon, he noticed movement in the distance. Predators had been reported in the area, so every step required vigilance. Slowly, Peter inched closer, hoping to spot the bear he had been tracking for weeks. But then his eyes widened in shock. He saw the black bear, and it was carrying a child. Peter froze. He had never encountered anything like this. His mind raced with questions. How did the bear get the baby? Was the child hurt? And most importantly, how could he save him? Every instinct told him to be careful. A wrong move could be fatal. The bear placed the boy on the ground for a brief moment. Peter saw his chance. Steeling himself, he approached slowly from behind. But when the bear turned, Peter realized it had noticed him. Heart pounding, he knew he had to stay completely still. One wrong move, and it could be the end of him. After an intense standoff, the bear picked the child up again. But instead of attacking Peter, it bolted into the forest. Peter raced back to alert his fellow rangers, but none believed him. Frustrated and desperate, he contacted the police directly. Officers arrived quickly, taking his report seriously, yet confusion reigned. Peter's boss seemed to obstruct the effort, sending officers into the forest without coordinating with him. Peter's own team doubted his sanity, attributing his insistence to unresolved grief over a lost child he and his wife had suffered months before. Refusing to give up, Peter made a plan. Early the next morning, he slipped into the forest, determined to find the child. Only one person could accompany him, his friend Jacob, another ranger. Reluctantly, Jacob agreed, worried that Peter might endanger himself. Following the tracks, they soon found evidence of the bear. Deep footprints and claw marks confirmed Peter hadn't imagined it. Both men realized the bear was enormous, stronger and more cunning than any ordinary predator. But when they tried to follow the trail, it vanished. Panic and adrenaline surged through Peter's veins. Then came the roar. Close, terrifyingly close. Peter insisted on moving forward, despite Jacob's protests. They tracked the bear to a cave hidden deep in the woods. Inside, darkness swallowed them. Every step was tense, their breaths shallow. Then came a sound. A cry. The baby. Peter's pulse quickened. The child was alive inside the cave. The bear appeared, and for a terrifying moment, Peter was cornered, holding the child in his arms. He froze, heart racing. But then, almost miraculously, the bear slumped. It had been tranquilized by rangers who had arrived after Jacob managed to alert them. Peter breathed a sigh of relief. Together, the team rescued the child and brought him safely to the hospital. At the hospital, Peter refused to leave the child's side. Doctors confirmed the boy was unharmed, and DNA tests began to uncover his identity. Peter's relief was immense, but confusion remained. The bear, it seemed, had cared for the child, feeding him and keeping him safe. Then the truth emerged. The boy's parents had perished in a car accident in the forest. Alone and vulnerable, the child had been protected by the very creature Peter had feared. Tears streamed down his face as Peter understood the full weight of what had happened. He looked at his wife. Together, they knew what needed to be done. The bear had saved a life in the forest that day, and Peter, against all odds, had helped ensure the child would have a future. The memory of fear, courage, and compassion would remain with him forever, a reminder that sometimes nature protects us in ways no one could have predicted.